right, y'all. Welcome in. Got to get reset up because I had to swap sides because my phone was tripping for some reason. Welcome in, welcome in for some reason. Welcome in, welcome in. And give me 1 second. I'm coming. Get all of my notes and everything. I had to swap sides because the lighting did not look good on that side for some reason. Okay. Welcome in, y'all. Thank you for getting your daily heart me. I'm gonna fix this really quick. Feel free to connect with me if you're not already. Oh, feel free to share out the live, invite your friends in. I would love to have them here. I'm gonna share this with one more person. And Brigitte. All right, y'all. Thank you for coming in. So today we're gonna do something a little bit different. I'm gonna talk about herbs, but I'm gonna talk about Juneteenth because Juneteenth is tomorrow. So I wanna talk about some historical herbs that, you know, the Black community in America has used that have come from different countries, but just, you know, talk a little bit more culturally. So if that's of interest to you, definitely stay around. Yes, that we're gonna talk about the herbs. Also, if someone wouldn't mind to type 3/100 into the chat and count up periodically until we get 100 people in the room. That helps. Thank you for those subby stickers. Feel free to power share. You can press down on my face and tap down the line. Invite all of your friends in because this is going to be a good conversation for them and I don't want them to miss it, right? It's important to talk about, you know, our history, where we've come from, where we're going, all of those things. And I want you all to be a part of this great conversation. So feel free to help me share out. As you can see, I'm sharing out with some friends. Trying to think. There's some people that typically ask me about this. Also, you all, I am going to be streaming, like double streaming. I'm going to try to test it out next week, but streaming on YT as well as here on TikTok and maybe even IG kind of at the same time sometimes because I know other people want to see these conversations. They want to be a part of these conversations and they may not have a TikTok, you know, but I don't want them to miss it. Also, some of the past things that we've discussed, I'm planning on putting those on my YT as well. So if you are over there on that APP, feel free to connect with me. I have the same name. Again, if y'all don't mind to help me, tap it up on the screen. I see them rolling in. I appreciate it. Again, it helps me get pushed to that FYP. And I think we might be on the FYP now because I see some of the reward stuff. Hey, Beauty Wars, thank you so much for all the shares. I appreciate you. I guess we're not doing music. I don't know where let me grab my remote really quick so I can turn on some music. I forgot my remote. And then after this, I'm probably going to restart and do some cooking. So if you want to see Caribbean food, there was someone before, I think it was Patricia, who said to me that she wanted to see, you know, my cooking and she wanted to see how I made my rice and peas. I'm going to be sharing that stuff. So thank you all. And if you don't mind to tell me, or if someone wouldn't mind to put in, you know, the whatever number we have, so 8/100, that would be great. And if, hey, Adrian, thank you for getting your daily. Good evening. Where are you, Beauty Wears? Where are you tuning in from? Welcome in, everybody. Yep, Jacksonville, Florida. Nice. I'm in Kentucky. It's very, very hot and humid here today. I was outside for, yes, I know, we made it to 10K. Thank you. And tomorrow night, oh, from Africa. Nice. What part of Africa? Tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. I'm going to be doing like a little celebration live. So feel free to join me then if you're available. But it'll be fun, and I would like to even bring some people up into some boxes and, you know, have some conversations. If y'all want to learn more about how to grow on TikTok, I'm more than happy to share that as well. But yeah, we're going to be talking about a lot of good stuff. Nigeria, nice. So you're, I think, 6 hours ahead, right? Is it like 6 in the afternoon for you? 6 or 7? No, Chief. My dog. Oh, thank you so much for the bow. I appreciate you. 5. Okay. Okay, cool. Well, nice. So I think, that's 6 hours ahead, right? Yeah, or 5 hours ahead, yeah. All right, thank you all. I see that I'm now reached another reward above. Well, it's 12. It's 12 here. So you're, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you're like 5 hours ahead. Yeah. But yeah, it is noon. I come on at noon. Yeah, in the morning, 12 o'clock. Not, well, in the morning, afternoon, 12 p.m. 12 p.m. Yes. So, again, we're going to talk about some herbs that have some cultural significance. We are also, thank you so much for those populars. And I always say, populars are related to shares. So thank you for sharing out Beauty Wares. I see you. Thank you so much for the popular small fry. I appreciate you. And then we will talk more in depth about these different herbs and, of course, the cultural significance, cultural uses, the Juneteenth connection, as well as, thank you for following me, as well as a cool herbal tea recipe. I wish I had prepared this because I have all of these ingredients and I could have made this tea. So maybe if I'm able to gather the ingredients today, after I'm done cooking or something, I might randomly pop on, or I can do this. We can make this tea tomorrow, but it's called the Freedom Tea Blend. Y'all, I got to give my dog some water because, of course, he needs water, and I'm assuming that's what he needs. But he's not going to stop barking until I give him his water. Yeah, he needs water. Okay. All right, Chief, I got you. Give him his water, y'all, and we will get into the conversation. Again, feel free to keep tapping it up. I appreciate my tappers, my shares, my everything. Y'all know. Appreciate every one of y'all. I don't even know where the remote is. You know, these kids be getting the remote. I have to I try to keep it in one spot away from them. I don't know where they put it. Oh, look, I'm over here blaming the boys and I have the remote. That's funny. I had already gotten the remote and I'm over here blaming the boys. Okay, so we're going to get started here real soon. And like I said, I'm also going to do some cooking today because I need to make some dinner. Yesterday I had to do last minute. I try to keep, and here's a tip. Hey Tom, welcome in. And if somebody wouldn't mind to put 17/100 into the chat, please, that would be great. Because I've learned a trick with the algorithm, with AI, because that is what runs TikTok, right? It's AI. That if you put in whatever number of people you have in the live, up to what you would like, they push people to your live. On that trick, and I'm testing it to see if it works. I think it works pretty well. But we had kind of grown our community to getting about 60 minimum people during our chats. So just being consistent also plays a big part in getting people into your lives. Thank you. 17/100. Yes, I appreciate you all. So let me turn on my Afrobeats and we will get started. But yeah, I'm going to make some rice and peas. I might make some more pancakes for the boys because they're done. Thank you for getting your daily Beauty Wares. Thank you all. And I'm going to make some ackee and saltfish. So basically ackee is a fruit from the Caribbean. And it's only around for so many months, but I buy it obviously imported because we don't have ackee here growing on the trees in Kentucky. Aw, yes. Well, you're very welcome, and I'm glad that you're able to join. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the club. Cheers. Yes, let's get into this conversation. We have been talking a lot about gut health, but I wanted to switch it up because of Juneteenth. I feel like it would be very, it would be good timing, right, to talk about this topic because we're going into Juneteenth tomorrow, right? So, of course, we know about red hibiscus. Thank you so much for the roses. We know hey, Aisha, my friend, my college friend, welcome in. So, yes, we know about hibiscus. We know that Hibiscus tea is kind of like one of the cornerstones of African herbalism. It comes from Africa, actually. And you also can find it in the Caribbean. Welcome in, girl. Thank you for coming in. Girl, I got 10K. Surpassed 10K, y'all. I surpassed 10K the first day that I hit 10K. Now I have 10.4 thousand followers. It's like so crazy. But it's amazing. It's awesome, the community that we're building on here, that I'm building. And yeah, thank you so much. It's just really exciting because there's lots to come. I'm working on a lot of different things for my subscribers, some newsletters, recipes, lots of different things, lots of different benefits to the subscribers, but also more benefits to the people that just come in and tune in and that are viewers. So something that I'm consistently working on. So if you are a subby, be looking out for information that I will be needing from you, like your email, so that I can start sending you those newsletters. I'm working on ebooks, e-courses. Y'all will get very, very steep discounts to those things if that's of interest to you, because I know I have people that say all the time that they want to become an herbalist, but they don't know where to start. Well, I'm working on some good resources that are affordable. And that little thing in the background, that's like a little oval that my son walks around with. Drives me crazy. So just ignore that little oval in the background. Maybe I can move it and get the oval out of the way. Because looking at that oval is going to get on my nerves the entire time. But yes, lots of things to come. I'll be working really hard this next week to get lots of this stuff done and in place so that we can roll it out, especially going into next month. So I'm excited about all that. So anyways, hibiscus tea, Hibiscus sabdiferia, is from Africa, as I mentioned. And from my knowledge about herbs and, slavery, with people being brought as chattel to America, lots of these different herbs and seeds they put in their hair. They carried on themselves to bring to America, like okra. That came from Africa, if you didn't know that. The yam actually comes from Africa. Hibiscus, as I've mentioned. A lot of these different things, they came from Africa. Peppermint, another one that has African roots. So don't just think because we're told that a lot of these different teas come from China and different places, that's automatically the truth, okay? Research and just reading a lot of different things. Ultimately, one day I want to write a book on this. I want to write a book on a lot of the different things that I've researched in regards to food, history, and where the roots are from. Yeah, a lot of it comes from Africa. Africa is an amazing continent full of awesome countries that have so many natural resources, so many different foods, and it's just amazing. So, especially if you're a Black American, embrace your African roots. Embrace it. And I even charge you to find out where you're from. I know that's what I want to do. I want to do there's African ancestry DNA. I don't know if y'all heard about that. I have a friend that actually did it. And he found out he's from Cameroon, and he also has some Asian roots. So, I mean, it's really cool. You can find out, where your people are from if you don't have that information. So I definitely encourage you to do that. Of course, if that's of interest to you. Yeah, absolutely. I'm a nerd. I'm embracing my nerdiness now, I guess. Talk about, history. Because I really believe that when people know where they come from and they understand their history, it just makes them a more confident person. And they can embrace, that power of knowing where you've come from. It's just something about it. So I'm all about that. Everybody, welcome in. So, yes, red hibiscus, some of the cultural uses. It's a symbol of African heritage. It's popular in West Africa as zobo or bissap. So if you've heard of zobo tea, bissap tea, that's hibiscus. In the Caribbean, they call it sorrel. I need to look up how they actually pronounce it, because. So in Jamaica, sorrel. Am I pronouncing that right? Do y'all say sorrel? Sorrel? How do you can you write the phonetic, I guess, pronunciation for me in the chat? How do y'all pronounce that? Because I want to know. But I'm planning to make that tomorrow for my friend's Juneteenth celebration. But I might be doing it a little bit different. I have a fresh pineapple that I'm going to juice and add to it. I'm going to do ginger and then the hibiscus and I think cinnamon. And then I'm going to probably add some type of sweetener, either some honey or like maple syrup, or I might even use agave because agave is going to be easier to mix in. So I'm going to make that to bring along with some greens, and I'm also going to make some cornbread. So I'm going to make all this stuff tomorrow with you all live as my live stream during the day. Okay. So stay tuned for that if you'd like to see some cooking. Again, thank you all so much for the taps. I see them steadily coming through. We're at 6.2 taps. Keep them coming. Continue to power share to your friends that might find this interesting. Okay. So the vibrant red color is connected to Juneteenth symbolism as well. And then, of course, what's the Juneteenth connection? Red drinks with hibiscus tea are traditional, of course, in those Juneteenth celebrations, representing the blood of the ancestors and African resilience. So very cool. And there's also many health benefits to hibiscus, okay? Hibiscus is one of those teas that has been said to have a lot of heart healthy benefits. It's been beneficial to supporting your heart health. Also been said to potentially help reduce blood pressure. So if you're dealing with higher blood pressure, hibiscus tea could be something that would be beneficial to you because it is very, very rich in antioxidants. But yes, y'all keep chatting it up. Let me know, did you know that hibiscus tea was of cultural significance? Did you know that? Did you know that it helped with the heart? Y'all let me know in the chat. All of the chatting and commenting helps because it helps TikTok know that this is a valuable conversation, that people should be here, that they shouldn't miss this. Okay, I'm not going to do that. It's telling me to do a flash goal of heart beats, but I don't want to do those. So thank you all for sharing out and engaging on the live because it helps. Okay. And I'm going to share this out to a few more people that like to be a part. So see our number. There we go. There we go. All right. Sarsaparilla. That is another herb that has southern roots. I don't know if you all have had. I know I have not. And there might actually be a drink on the market now, Olipop, I think, that has sarsaparilla root and it's in their root beer. So it used to be that back in the day, sarsaparilla was used to make root beer because of the taste. And also in tonics, it's a very powerful tonic and cleanser. But that is some of the cultural uses of sarsaparilla. Juneteenth, they do root-based tonics that were brewed by enslaved Africans as both medicine and nourishment to the body. And then some of the health benefits, it's anti-inflammatory, it supports liver health, and it's also considered to be a blood purifier. So lots of different uses for the sarsaparilla. Ginger, Zingibra officinale. Of course, ginger is powerful with health. We've talked about it with helping with inflammation, gut inflammation. It's an antispasmodic, which means that it helps to reduce spasms. And it supports liver health. And it's also considered, aids and digestion, has been said to help reduce nausea and inflammation. Welcome in, everybody. Some of the cultural uses in Afro-cultural and Southern cuisine, ginger is used. It also has been used medicinally in African herbal culture. And then the Juneteenth connection. What is that? What's found in many soul food recipes and healing teas passed down throughout the generations. So ginger, again, especially in the Caribbean, I think about ginger is in a lot of different foods. And then the sorrel as well is also in that. But ginger is it's spicy. So if you're not if you can't handle a lot of spice, maybe don't use as much ginger, of course, but it has many benefits. Also, it's really good. It has some neurological benefits, which I've mentioned before. It helps with headaches. So if you're a person that has a lot of headaches and migraines because of the anti-spasm properties, it's been said to help with that. And I know for myself, it has definitely helped. There's been times where I had, woke up with a headache, or maybe it was a hormonal type headache. Sometimes ladies around that time, we can have those different hormone fluctuations that can cause headaches. Or just maybe you're a person that tends to have lots of migraines. Consider making some ginger tea instead of running for that pill bottle next time. It could be very beneficial to you. I'm sorry, I keep adjusting this because I don't like how the camera is today. Thank you all for the taps. I see them coming through. Appreciate you all. I kind of wonder if, well, welcome in everybody. And I see I've got 150. Does anybody know what that means? So we've had close to 600 people through the room so far already, which is crazy. It definitely doesn't seem like it today. Oh, thank you for joining. I saw someone join through an invite. I appreciate you for coming in. So we are talking about Juneteenth. We're talking about some of the herbs, the cultural uses, the Juneteenth connection, some of the health benefits of these different herbs. And now we're on peppermint, mentha, pepperita. So there are different versions of some of these herbs. So having the Latin name versus the common name or like the nickname, like peppermint, is important. So that's why they came up with the Latin names, to distinguish between the different, I guess, not necessarily genuses of the plants, but the different versions of that plant within its kingdom. Because there's different types of peppermints. There's lemon mint, of course, there's peppermint, there's spearmint, and then even within the mints, there's lots of different types of mints. Welcome in, everybody. So yes, peppermint. It was widely used in traditional African remedies for colds and digestion. Peppermint also has that mentha or menthol cooling effect on the body. Hey, Sniffle Savior, welcome in. So it's been said to help with if you're dealing with lots of heat in the body, it can help to cool you. So I'm gonna ask. I don't normally ask this, but if someone would like to send populars, that's great. They're a one-coin gift, but it helps push me to that FYP so that more people can come into the room. So if someone would like to, you're welcome to, but of course, never feel like you have to. Daily, hey, welcome in, Sniffle Savior. Thank you so much for those populars. So if someone wouldn't mind to help power share the live out, you just press and hold down on my face and go down the line and invite your friends in. Thank you so much for those populars, y'all. I really appreciate it so much. And I'm going to also practice what I preach, right? And share this out with some more people that are interested in this stuff that I know that are typically here. And I also know, we're doing this during the day. I'm doing this during the day. A lot of people are at work. They might even be off work, doing things with their families. What did y'all do over the Father's Day weekend? Did y'all have any special plans this past weekend? Feel free to let me know in the chat. I like to hear about these things. Is this topic of interest to you? Maybe you have other topics that you would like to hear about that are in relation to health, wellness, fitness, just in the wellness space. Let me know, because I would like to hear those things, because it could be something that I add to my list and then talk about it another time. So always let me know if you have topics. Hey, welcome in, D. Welcome in. Feel free to get your daily if you like. Thank you for getting your daily. He's also a live host. If you're a live host, feel free to put some green hearts into the chat, because I like to, pop in on your lives whenever I can, because y'all know life just be lifing. And it's hard sometimes to get into, all the lives, but I try my best to come whenever I can. If y'all don't mind, also continue to help me power share out. I'm trying to share with a couple of my people. See if they are available. Thank you so much for all the gifts. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Red clover is another herb that has many cultural uses. So red clover, a lot of times, oh my gosh, thank you so much for all of those. I appreciate it. He's just hitting all the things. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Red clover has been used by enslaved midwives and herbalists to support women's health. So red clover has many hormonal benefits. It also has phytoestrogens, so plant estrogens that kind of mimic the natural hormone of estrogen within the body. And it's been beneficial to help with women that are perimenopausal, that are menopausal. I'm assuming, so since midwives use it, I'm assuming it has some type of postpartum benefit as well. But it's an awesome plant. It has Juneteenth connections as well. Hey, Charles, thank you so much. Welcome in. Juneteenth connections, where it represents the legacy of Black women healers who preserve knowledge and care for their communities. So There's also that connection. And some of the benefits, as I said, balancing hormones. It's been said to also help purify the blood, as well as support the lymphatic system. Where can I buy red clover? Well, I have it. So if you would like to get it from me, you can. But there's also different wholesalers. I'll try to see if I can find somebody here on TikTok and add it to my showcase. That's good and clean. But Mountain Rose Herbs, Star West Botanicals are like two of my favorites. They are bulk suppliers, so you would have to get them in a greater quantity. And I'm not sure if you have to have and I don't know if you do. Maybe you have a business, but some of them, it's dried. So with red clover, you ideally want dried. I used to have a tincture, but I don't think I have any more tincture. But you can take the dried and you can also make your own extract at home. Or you can drink it as a tea. It has a pretty mild taste. So it's great either way. Yeah. So red clover is great. Holy basil. We've talked a lot about holy basil. Holy basil, or Tulsi, is an adaptogenic herb, which means that it adapts to your body's chemistry and kind of gives your body what it needs, right? I love that. Hey, Lutom, welcome in. I love that about adaptogens because they just give you what you need. They're very, very smart herbs. It's weird, really, when you think about it. How does an herb know how to give my body what it needs or give you the right amount, right? It's really amazing. So holy basil is one of those. Cultural uses, it's been used spiritually and widely adopted in Afro spiritual traditions. As far as Juneteenth, it represents the themes of spiritual resistance and resilience found in Black churches and ancestral practices. And some of the benefits, of course, I mentioned. It's an adaptogenic herb that calms stress and has been said to help support your immune health. Because again, like we talk about all the time, your gut, your brain, and your immune system are all connected. They're like a trio, right? So if your gut health is bad, most likely it's going to affect your brain health, your mental health, and it's going to affect your immune system with potentially suppressing your immune system to where you're getting sicker more often, you're not feeling as well, you're feeling weaker, all of those things. But adding in potentially some type of adaptogen can be beneficial. Hey, Garden Buddy. Welcome in, Nisi. Welcome in. I'm going to get another sip of my drink, y'all. Speaking of holy basil and Tulsi, Nisi, the Garden Buddy, has beautiful plants. Nisi, I love your garden. It's so beautiful. I was looking at it this morning. She goes live in the mornings. Good afternoon. And she shows her garden and she talks about the different plants. And I know she has lots of herbs. I mean, it's just gorgeous. Her whole backyard is like all these beautiful plants and they're all it's beautiful. So y'all feel free to connect with her. Oh, thank you so much, T. Clifford. So yeah, y'all feel free to connect with her. Hey, Luton, welcome in everybody. But yes, we're talking about Juneteenth, okay? And part of me wonders if that's why it's not being pushed this month, but it's okay. We're talking about Juneteenth and some of the herbs that have cultural significance, that have a Juneteenth connection, as well as some of the health benefits of these various herbs. So now and I'll go back and recap real quick. Some of the ones we talked about: red hibiscus, sarsaparilla, ginger, peppermint, red clover, and then now holy basil, Tulsi. Yes. So the next one is dandelion, which is very widespread throughout the U.S. They're those little yellow weeds that are actually not weeds. They are a medicinal plant, and they have many, many amazing, powerful benefits. So if you're the type of person, thank you so much for the hat. I appreciate it. I see them coming in. Thank you so much. Populars, thank you so much. So if y'all wouldn't mind to help me power share this out, pressing down, holding on my face, and then just inviting your friends in, okay? If they don't come in, that's okay. It's okay if they don't come in. It just allows TikTok to know that this is a popular live. They need to push more people into the room. Yes, so dandelion has been used by African-American herbalists for liver and kidney support. Two of the top things, liver and kidneys. Thank you for the shares, y'all. You're eliminating organs. We have to support those elimination organs so that they can continue to do the work that is so vital for our bodies. mean, it's so important to have a healthy liver, to have a healthy kidneys, right? Because they are removing those toxins from the body. Another way that you can help support your eliminating organs, oh, thank you, Tony, is to, when you get up in the morning, you can drink room temperature or a little bit warm lemon water. And that's actually going to help push those toxins out that your kidneys and that your liver have been working on filtering throughout the night. Hey, JoJo, welcome in. So that's one quick, easy way that you can do. Maybe you don't have access to dandelion. Hello, I can get you some dandelion. But if you don't, you can use something as easy as lemon water in the mornings. And if you want to really go a step above, good. You can add in a little bit of apple cider vinegar. Super beneficial, but not that much. And you definitely want it to be diluted because it is very strong and it's not good for your esophagus. It could actually cause some adverse effects if you drink it, just straight. You don't want to do that. Hey, lady entrepreneur, welcome in. So yes, dandelion, as we said, it's been used by African Americans to help with that. Hey, why is healthy stuff? Well, Tony, you can make it better. So, for example, with dandelion, if you wanted to go a little bit more of a sweet route, you could add in some raw honey. You could add in some cinnamon. It's going to give it a little bit more of a savory, like sweet type taste. But I think everything is just kind of adjusting it to your palate. Thank you so much for the bow, JoJo. Welcome back in. Appreciate you. So yes, some of the Juneteenth connections, honoring the role of Black women I'm reading my other notes about yarrow. Symbolic of turning what's discarded, because we look at this as a plant that we don't want around, right? We spray it with pesticides to stop it from continuing to grow. But looking at what's been discarded and turning it into healing, right? A metaphor for Black survival and wisdom. Yes. Some of the health benefits of dandelion is been said to be a cleanser or removing toxins from the liver, rich in vitamins, supporting digestion. So many, many benefits there. Our next herb is yarrow. So I don't know if y'all have heard of yarrow. Yarrow a lot of times is used for circulation and for women. A lot of times in their cycle, it is a warming type herb. So it has many benefits. But some of the cultural uses used by Black midwives and folk healers to stop bleeding and ease fevers. So yes, yarrow is really big for fevers. And it's been used in that way, of course. For Juneteenth, some of the connections, honoring the role of Black women as community healers and birth workers. Because really, forever, we've been working in these industries, right? We've been working in midwifery and even in slavery. Lots of women, Black women, enslaved women, were put in that role to deliver children, to nurse children. I mean, it's really unfathomable if you think about it. You have a child and your child's taken from you to perform some type of work or whatever, or not be cared for in the way that we would our babies, right? But then having to take your master's child and feed that child and nurture that child and nourish that child and comfort that child. It's just hard to even fathom, right? Hey, Lisa, welcome in. It's really hard to fathom, but that was often what happened. And then some of the benefits of yarrow, the herb, is wound healing, helping to support circulation. It also has anti-inflammatory benefits. It's also been said to help, again, with fevers and fever reduction. But I will say, for me, and my boys don't really get fevers too much, but I'm not quick to give them something to reduce a fever. Because a lot of times when you have a fever, unless it's something that's very severe, which in that case, you need to consult with the doctor. And again, before I continue, I somehow forgot. I am sharing all of these things for educational purposes, right? So I'm not giving medical advice. I'm not telling you that you need to do this or that. I'm just sharing so that you can be enlightened, so that you can be informed. Maybe you didn't know some of these herbs had Juneteenth connections. And again, if I can get somebody to put 21 of 100 into the chat or 23 of 100 to the chat, I think we're getting pushed to the FYP now. It takes a minute. I've noticed when I come on here around 12:30 is when I start to get more action and we get up into the 60s, 70s and beyond. But welcome in, everybody. I'm Victoria Staton. We talk about herbs, health, natural health, all from a holistic point of view. Food as medicine, root cause medicine and herbs, and how you can incorporate these things into holistic practices into a natural lifestyle, right? Because that's what we're after. We're after a healthy lifestyle that you can sustain. So that's my goal. That's why I come on here, because I want to take the things that I'm learning in school and then share them with the masses, share with as many people as possible. So with that being said, if you would like to, you're very, very welcome. I love doing this. So if you would like to, feel free to power share this out, pressing down on my face and sharing down the line, inviting your friends in. And I just remembered someone else that said they want to come in. So I'm going to invite a couple more people. That's all I can think of. I can't. I'm trying to think and do too many things at once, right? But it's okay. I invited them in. So thank you all. Thank you for the shares. I see them. Jojo, appreciate you. Welcome in. Hey, Miss Cynthia. Welcome in. Oh my gosh. The dog is licking my face. I don't know if I've ever gotten one of those before. Thank you. Hey, Miss Cynthia. Y'all check her out as well. She's also a live host. So if you wouldn't mind, if you are a live host, put some green hearts into the chat. And congrats on reaching level 10, Garden Buddy. Appreciate you, friend. Thank you so much for the bow. We call her Mama Cynthia. I have an amazing mom, but we call her Mama Cynthia on here because she's just kind of like everybody's TikTok mom, I guess, in these TikTok streets. Jojo is also a live host, and the dog is cute, right? So yeah, y'all check these people out that are in the chat, putting in the green hearts, and engage with them as well. Yeah. See, there she goes. Hey, Mama. Yes, she's also a live host. Rosemary. Rosemary is also a herb that has cultural significance. Might be surprised by that one. Did you know that? Did you know that it had a Juneteenth connection? It's a symbolism of remembrance and protection. It also has been used in spiritual baths and cooking. Rosemary, because of those volatile oils within that plant, it's very, very powerful. It's great for the throat health. It has lots of benefits. It's also been said to help improve memory, to help support circulation, as well as being anti-inflammatory. So lots of benefits. And then the cultural or the Juneteenth connection is that it honors the role of Black women. Oh my gosh, I keep saying that wrong thing. Maybe I need some rosemary. It represents ancestral memory and the passing down of stories and healing knowledge. So very, very powerful plant. Bitter melon. Yes, it is. Bitter melon is amazing. Bitter melon's very, very good. Lots of benefits. And oftentimes you want to get it from the Caribbean because they grow it and it's just going to be fresher. And then one of the last herbs is sweetgrass. So sweetgrass has been used as a ceremonial herb. Yeah, I know. I didn't know that about rosemary. Hey, A Taste of Sugar. Welcome in. Welcome back. So sweetgrass has been used culturally as a ceremonial herb in some purification rituals. But the Juneteenth connection is that it represents cleansing, renewal, and a spiritual connection. Some of the benefits, they're mostly ceremonial, and it's been used as incense, for purification. But I'll tell you as well, like your sweet grass or lemongrass, those taste really well and they smell really good as well. So y'all, those are the herbs that I have for you all today in regards to Juneteenth and their cultural benefits. If anybody has any questions about these, feel free. But I'll also share with you all a recipe that is very cool. So if you want to write these down. Yeah, thank you all so. Yeah, she's like, I think we're forgetting to like. Yes, please like the live because it helps push us out. Helps push me out more. But the Juneteenth herbal tea recipe we're going to call the Freedom Tea includes dried hibiscus petals. It includes dried peppermint, dried ginger root, red clover blossoms, and then a dash of honey. So you're going to put and this is for 1 cup, a teaspoon of hibiscus, a teaspoon of peppermint, half of a teaspoon of dried ginger, because remember it's spicy, and 1 teaspoon of red clover. And then you can sweeten it with raw honey or whatever you prefer. But the hibiscus represents the blood and the beauty of our community. The peppermint represents the cooling, or it has cooling and digestive benefits. The ginger represents warmth and strength. And then the red clover blossoms represent ancestral women's wisdom. So how amazing is that? So I actually, if you all want me to, I can try to hold it up. So if you want to take a picture of this, and actually let me try to mirror this. Let me remove the mirroring. There we go. If you want to take a screenshot of that, you can. Well, there's the recipe. So hopefully you're able to get a little screenshot. It's so weird being this way. Oh gosh, let me flip my camera back. It looks crazy when you're the opposite way. You're just used to seeing yourself the other way. Yeah, it does sound really, really good. So if you have hibiscus, peppermint, ginger, red clover, or any of these, you can totally combine them and you can make your own version. Yeah, please try it and let me know what you think about it. Let me know what you think about it. Yes, thank you all for coming in. So again, let's recap for the new people that are coming in. We talked about red hibiscus, having cultural Juneteenth roots. Yes, I sure can hold it up. And let me flip my camera. There we go. Oops. Trying to get my fingers out the way. Hey, Colleen, welcome in. Yeah, so hopefully you're able to get that. Greetings to you as well. I feel weird with the camera like that. Hi, greetings to you as well. Thank you for coming in. Thanks for getting your daily. But yes, it's really cool the more you learn about food history, just like rice. So I can try to spit off some of the stuff from memory. But rice originally did not come from China. It came from Africa. It came from Senegal. So when I learned that, there's some books that are out of print that I was actually able to download to my laptop that are full of food history. I mean, it's just awesome. And learning where things came from and how they originally, like the heirloom versions of like watermelons or like, just different things, like where they came from and how they actually look. Like watermelon was much smaller. Everything was a lot smaller than it is now, of course. And that's because, a lot of food has been genetically modified. But it's cool to see and learn where this stuff came from. So if that's something that's of interest of you all for me to teach more of at some point, I totally can. I have like a lot of notes on that because, like I said, I really want to write a book on that one day. About food history and especially like the forgotten foods of Africa, because there's so many that have come, from there. You think about, trying to think, of course, the okra. I'm trying to think of the different seeds. But a couple years ago, thank you so much for the popular. So if someone wouldn't mind to help power share it out for me, that'd be great. I think about just the studies that I've done. Oh, you've reached level 24, Garden Buddy. To you. There's just a lot of stuff that comes from, different places that was brought here. Like when I think about people bringing stuff over on the ship in their hair, seeds and things that they didn't want to lose, or like the Native Americans. Hey, Felicia, thank you for the rose. Congrats on reaching level 11. And wow, Felicia Renee. Wow. That's awesome. And welcome into the other Felicia as well. Thank you for the heart puff. I appreciate you. So yes, there's a lot of very, very interesting information in regards to food and herbs and where they came from. Lots of your green teas and things, they did come from Asia, from China. But like your hibiscus, there's just, I mean, it's just blows my mind, when you start to learn more about all these things. Hey, Jazzy, happy Wednesday, fam. Welcome in. Oh, you're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. Yeah, I love this stuff. Like I said, I geek out about this stuff. There's lots of different shows too. I'll have to try to make a list and I can share these things in content more about, some of the other resources that are out there that have all of these things listed. I mean, there's podcasts. Thank you for the heart puffs. Appreciate you. There's podcasts that talk about it. I was mentioning Herb Rally the other day. Herb Rally talks a lot about well, different things. He brings on a lot of different hosts. So, and I have to sit back because y'all, my neck will start hurting me. I realized this after doing these longer lives the last couple weeks, that when I sit, you know, my neck be hurting. I don't want to be hurting my neck. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Oh, is it? Hopefully it's not me, but because it's not raining here for once. But welcome in. I'm Victoria Staton. If you haven't connected with me, feel free to give me a follow. It's free. You know, it's free 99. You may as well. Oh, yeah. Good morning to you. Good afternoon here. Thank you for the hey there's. Appreciate you. Feel free to join my healthy family. You just tap the orange heart at the top of the screen. You get your daily heart me. You get all of your points. Thank you so much. I feel the love. I feel it. Thank you so much. Join the healthy fam. Tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. I'll be on at my usual time. So on Thursdays, I'm here at 1:30. But I'll be back at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time doing a celebration. So we're going to do a live celebration to celebrate hitting 10K. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yes. Thank you, Jazzy. Thank you so much. So yeah, y'all feel free to register if you'd like. I have it in my profile. But if you can't register, whatever, that's fine. If you're just able to pop in, that's great as well. Welcome back in, Cynthia. Welcome in, JK. Welcome back, y'all. But yeah, it's going to be a fun thing, and a fun little celebration to just celebrate the milestone. What did I miss? Oh my gosh. Just kidding. So I got it onto my tangent of talking about foods and where they come from. But today I really was just focusing on some herbs that come from Africa that have cultural significance in Africa, and from that, Juneteenth significance, which is tomorrow, y'all. So I hope y'all are going to be celebrating with me. I'll be back tomorrow, and I'm going to do some cooking for Juneteenth. And I may not stop this live. I might just keep it going. So I'm going to go ahead and transition over to the kitchen. But since we have some more people in, I'll recap really quick. And then I'm going to go over to the kitchen, and I got to start cooking because I got to make dinner tonight, because yesterday I had to do some and I don't like to cook that kind of stuff, but I want to make some ackee and saltfish and rice and peas. So if that's of interest to you, stick around because I want to make that, and I can show you how I make it. But we talked about red hibiscus. It has cultural significance of Zobo, Bissap. My lives tomorrow, so I'm going to do some cooking and at 1:30 instead of 12. On Thursdays I do 1:30, and then at 9:30 the celebration, the 10K celebration. So that's all. The coloring having a connection to Juneteenth. Sarsaparilla being used as a root-based tonic, and that was brewed by enslaved Africans as both medicine and nourishment. Ginger is in many soul food recipes. Healing teas passed down through generations. Peppermint, it's been used, of course, in the Southern kitchens for homemade teas during gatherings, but also used by African Americans for remedies for colds and digestion. Welcome in, everybody. Hey, thank you for following me, Sade. I appreciate you. Red clover, it's been used by enslaved midwives and herbalists to support women's health. Thank you for getting your daily, Jess. Hey, friend, welcome in. It also represents the legacy of Black women healers who preserved knowledge and cared for their communities. Y'all, this is some powerful stuff. I'm just saying. It's pretty awesome. I'm just saying. Holy basil, Tulsi, was used. It's native to India, but it's been used in many Afro-spiritual traditions. What's cheaper? Exactly. Absolutely. Right. And that's the thing that when you read an herb label, you're not, gonna lose an eyeball and a finger and a toe and, maybe vomit and maybe even be unalive. Thank you so much for the shares and for the populars. I appreciate you all. But yeah, that's the thing about natural remedies. Of course, everything doesn't work for everybody, but a lot of times it's worth a try, right? You consult it with your doctor and your doctor's okay with it. Again, everything that I'm sharing is for Right. It's for educational purposes. It's for education, for fun. It's so funny. Somebody, they were joking. They're like, yeah, this is all comic book stuff. It doesn't work. Yeah, right. This is all make-believe. This is comic book stuff. Don't do the herbs at all. Never. Like you see the TikToks that are like, don't buy this. Don't buy these herbs. Don't use these herbs. It could be beneficial to you. I know I found that to be the case for me. Tulsi is also an adaptogenic herb, so it adapts to your body. It's been said to help calm stress, support immune health, because again, the gut and the brain and immune system are all interconnected. They're like a trio, right? Just like holy basil is a trio. That's funny. If you're an herb person, you would get that joke, okay? So, whatever. It's funny. Dandelion has been used by African-American herbalists for the liver and the kidneys. It's a common weed that we find out in our yards, right? But it has powerful medicinal properties. It's also symbolic, I love this, of turning what's discarded into healing. A metaphor for Black wisdom and survival. Absolutely amazing. Yarrow, of course, used by Black midwives. It's been said to help with wound healing, circulation, and anti-inflammatory. Lots of benefits there. And then rosemary and sweetgrass. So rosemary has been said to help improve memory, support hair growth, and it's antioxidant rich. And then your sweetgrass oftentimes was used through different spiritual ceremonial practices for purification and incense and stuff like that. But it's in Juneteenth, it's been said to represent cleansing, renewal, and spiritual connection, aligning with the meaning of freedom. So, yeah, lots of different benefits. And then again, I shared a recipe with you all. So I think I actually am going to, hey, thank you, Aaliyah, for the bow. What do y'all think? You think I should just turn this off and restart it? Because I don't think I can change. I can't change my topic, which I don't know that will matter. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Thank you all for coming in. If you want to watch for me in a second, I'm going to restart. That way I can move all my stuff. I'm going to move my setup over to my kitchen. So thank you for the populars. But if you want to hold off on those, I'm gonna restart. Thank you so much. I want to restart, and then I'm going to put everything over here so that way I have my lighting and everything ready to go. So as soon as I go live, I'm ready. So if you're available and you want to stick around and cook with me, hey, Princess Sky, please do. Thank y'all for tuning in with me today. I appreciate you all so very much. I don't know why it's not showing. Yeah, we've had over 1,000, over 1.1 thousand people come in today. So that is amazing. So thank you all. If you haven't followed me already, feel free to give me a follow if you like. Feel free to join the Healthy Fam. But I'm going to swap this. I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to switch to a different category because I am going to be cooking, so that it's not like, well, I'm not learning anything. You're cooking, you know. Prepare my food, and then I'm going to get off, and I'm going to enjoy my lunch. So I'll see y'all in a second, but thank y'all so much for tuning in. But let me say this before I go. Thank you so much, Princess Sky. One thing that I typically say in my healthy chats is this. We are all about creating and sustaining healthy habits, okay? So yes, feel free to check out my profile. I have lots of posts, and I'm working on my playlist. So I have a healthy habit talk playlist. It's a hashtag that I started here on TikTok that is all about creating healthy habits that you can sustain. So what is one thing that you can do today? Drink more water. Maybe prepare your dinner for the next couple days. Maybe cook enough for the next 2 days. Look ahead to the next week and see what you can meal prep, what you can prepare, for your family, for yourself, because all of these things increase your health. Hey, 2 Acre Farm. All of these things increase your health, right? Thank you for following me, Autumn. And again, I'm going to come right back on in like 2 minutes. So watch for the live ring, and I'll try to share it out with some people as well. If you want to join, you can. But work on those healthy habits and work on sustaining them and being consistent with those healthy habits, because that is what is going to increase you, to make you feel better. And as I always say, to be that girl, to be that guy is having your health in control and doing what you can do, right, to help benefit your health. So thank y'all so much for coming on here today. I appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate the taps, the likes, the shares, all of it. Let me edit this. Also, y'all, if you didn't know, so let's say like this goal, it is a pretty steep goal, but I put 50 and I got 4 heart bows, right? So you can edit your goal and change it so it looks like you met your goal. So if you don't do that, that's something that you want to do. Okay? All right. I'm just going to be set up over here in the kitchen. I already have all my ingredients out. I'm prepared today. Well, I'll see y'all in a second, but until then, have a great day. Bye.